Well, hello there, neighbor. I was wondering how you've been. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, you're always welcome here. Oh yeah, things are still pretty bad outside with all the diseases and all, but don't worry, I'm here to keep you reassured that everything's going to be okay. Yeah. Always got to keep your gloves on you, because there's a lot of things out there that if you touch them, you might get sick. And of course, gotta have a distance pole. Make sure those grubby-handed guys aren't gonna come up and get you. Just like that. So, how are you doing on this fine, lovely day? Oh, it's not too good. That's alright. We'll try to make things a little bit better. You see, I'm a bit prepared for most things that can come our way. Just getting home, getting comfortable. After this, why don't you come join me? I'm gonna go get a little bit of tea. Come
on. Tonight on Kickin It, Apocalypse Rogers, the Springer King Jack Domestic, a song from Phil Morris, and the music mashup by the KC Improv Company. And now your host. He started from the bottom. He's still there. Brandon Durkee.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Kickin It. I'm your host Brandon, and today we've got some great guests, but first I'm very excited to tell you about a brand new sponsor for Kickin It. It's the Kansas City Easter Egg Stravaganza, an all-day picnic celebrating the rebirth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and the rights allotted to Kansas citizens by their legislators. You see, now, they thought that they were going to have to cancel this initially because of, the whole COVID thing, but due to the great work of Ron Rickman, Blaine Finch, Dan Hawkins, Susan Wagle, and Jim Denning, people are going to be able to bring their kids out into an open field and have them run around with strangers, look for some eggs that were planted and, prepared by strangers, and ultimately sit on the lap of the Easter Bunny, who we assure you is the Easter Bunny and not a stranger in a suit that hasn't been washed since last Easter. So come on out this Sunday to the Kansas City Easter Egg Stravaganza. Bring the kids! Our first guest this evening is the owner of a private zoo right here in Kansas City. Folks, please welcome the Springer King, Jack Domestic.
Yeah, well, you want me to introduce myself?
Yes,
yeah.
Please.
All right, well, I am Jack Domestic. I am the owner and operator of the world's largest indoor Springer Spaniel zoo in the Midwest.
So, are there other Springer zoos?
Right now, as far as I know, we're the only non-accredited Springer zoo in the Midwest. So, come on down, make this dream happen.
All right. How did you get your start with Springers?
Well, I had Springers pretty much since I was a boy. So I pretty much just had those Springers have sex with each other, and then I took those offspring and I raised them to bigger offspring, and then I had them have sex with each other and repeated the process.
So, what's your zoo like?
My zoo is lots of petting.
Describe that to us.
It may not be the biggest zoo that there is in the world, but it is the only zoo that has Springer Spaniels in it that is technically classified as a zoo. Are you going to behave? Okay. So, technically, we are the only Springer Spaniel zoo that exists because nobody else that has Springer Spaniels is calling themselves a zoo.
So, in your zoo, how many Springer Spaniels do you actually have?
Currently in the zoo, we only have 2 Springers.
2?
If the government would ever get their shit together and get me funding, I would love to have, 17, 18, 25 Springers. That's actually a dream of mine, is to have a whole lot more Springers than I have right now.
Okay. Well, all right. So what's a typical day like at the zoo?
Oh, well, in the morning, I wake up, I let the dogs get outside, run around a little bit, and then we feed them, mostly leftovers from the night before. I had lasagna the other day, and these suckers just ate it right up. And if we don't have any leftovers in the fridge, then we have IAMs send us any bags that do not pass FDA regulation, and we just feed that right to them. And then later on in the day, they get a bath, I hose them down. That's pretty much it. That's a typical day.
And how many people do you currently have on staff there?
Well, right now it's just me since we only got 2 springers and we're not making much money, so we don't have much to give out. But, in the future, I plan to have a full staff. We'll have trainers, we'll have feeders, we'll have, that's it.
So, private zoos are kind of in the national conversation right now. One of the issues that keeps being brought up is the potential danger that these zoos pose to not only, like, the animals themselves, but also potentially the guests and the staff. Are you ever concerned about, like, any dangers that might happen at your zoo?
But does this look dangerous to you? Does this look dangerous to you? Danger. It's dangerous.
Cool.
I love danger. Danger's my middle name.
Well, I suppose that's as good a time as any to take a break. We'll be right back with more of the Springer King when we return with more Kickin' It. Are your teens bummed they don't get a prom this year? Well, bring them out to the Kansas City Easter Extravaganza, where they can take part in the Resurrection Rave. Experience all the fun of a high school dance, an open punch bowl, slow dancing really close to one another, at least one fight, and keeping an eye on the proceedings, it's DJ Pastor Mark with his famous hugs. Make sure to stick around as we crown a king and queen. Spoiler alert, the king is always Jesus. It's the Kansas City Easter Extravaganza, live and in person this Sunday in Kansas.
Is there anything better than returning home after a long day to a cup of tea? If there is, I don't know what it is. And it has been a long day for me today. I spent the whole day working to get this one little bottle of liquid necessity. Purell. These things are getting rarer and rarer every day, which just makes every day that we have left that much more precious. What are you thankful for? Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I'm just thankful to have a little bit of soap, Gotta stay clean inside and out. I did warn you all that this would happen. It's pandemic. No, this is more like step 1 on Mr. Mephistopheles' renovation plan.
Welcome back to Kickin' It. We're still here with the Springer King. Jack, now, with a menagerie as small as yours, how do you actually make money at this endeavor?
The making money part is real easy. I've got a talk show that goes along with being the world's largest Springer Spaniel Zoo. I do some training videos, I do some feeding videos, and every once in a while I do a video where I just show them off. I just show them off the beauty. I show them off to breeders, and yeah.
Okay. What's your biggest accomplishment then with the zoo?
Oh, wow, biggest accomplishment. Well, we really hit a milestone last year when I adopted my second Springer, and that's when we became an actual zoo because, one's not much, but two's something to look at.
Jack, we're trying to sell this here. Maybe you could, tell us like a fond memory of a time you've had at the zoo that might potentially bring people to your place.
Well, there was this one time that we had a customer come in.
Okay. Jack, do you have any role models, like people you aspire to be, like inspirations for starting this zoo?
Oh, I got lots of role models. Oprah, Gail, Stedman.
Super. I guess that's super. Let's talk about the animals. You seem to like them a lot. So, like, what's your favorite thing about Springers?
You know, the best part about Springers is the love and the joy that you get from them. I don't care how evil and vicious people tell you they are. You can just stick your hands right in their mouth and they won't even bite you. You know, so that's got to be my favorite part. Ow, ow, ow. I mean, every once in a while you get some teeth, but that's nothing. You know, it don't hurt too bad.
Let's move past the zoo. I think we've talked about that as much as we can. Tell me about your family. Like, what's your family like?
Calm down.
Jack, can you tell us about your family?
Oh, yeah, my family. They really support my mission here at the zoo. My family's my biggest supporters, my best friends.
What was it like growing up with them?
My childhood was great. Nothing ever happened to me that was bad, so there's no explaining why I turned out like this.
So, currently for Jack Domestic, is there anybody special, domestically?
Oh, I pretty much keep to myself here in my own little home with my Springers. I think my Springers could be my lovers as well, but I won't do that because that would get me shut down for sure.
Okay, well, that's probably going to be all the time.
Well, I guess if you don't have any more questions for me, I was wondering if I could air my newest music video.
You know, we've already got a couple songs that are happening on the show today.
Okay, great. Yeah, I consider myself pretty up on what's popular. I guess without any further ado, here's my new single, What the Springer Said. I hope you enjoy.
Well, the springer came to me in a dream last night, and she told me that I should never turn off the light, 'cause the demons are coming for me, so I better be afraid. And that's what the springers say. Oh yeah, that's what the springers say.
Hey, don't fight! No fighting! Hey, no fighting! I'm gonna get a stick.
All right. Thank you so much. I guess just final question, what's your ultimate goal with this zoo? Like, why are you doing this thing?
Oh, you know, my biggest goal in life really is to entertain. I want people to see my Springers. I want them to see how entertaining they can be, and I want them to see how entertaining I can be. Okay.
Thanks, Jack. That sure was something. Well, from one song right into the next one, here with the song that harkens back to the days when we could still go outside, here's our very own Phil Morris.
So this song is about online dating. You remember that? That was fun when people went outside and kissed each other. That was a good time. So yeah, this song is about online dating. I hope you enjoy. On Tinder, conversations alright. She asked me if I wanna meet up tonight. I said my place, board game party, what you think? She said sounds good, haha, board games, wink wink. God damn, you know I'm such a smooth guy. I got her coming over on the very first try. She walks right in, she starts up kissing on my face. I said, slow up now, don't forget about them board games. I know you feeling sexy, know you feeling saucy. But first, baby, let me see how well you Yahtzee. I can tell you wanna take me by the hand, but I just wanna take you down to Candyland. It says right on my profile, I'm a board game playing fool. Taboo, Scrabble, shooting ladder, I'll take you straight to school. We gonna play some Guess Who, we gonna play some Sorry. What did you expect when I said a board game party? Come on. tired, not a board game attitude. I put away my Seinfeld Trivial Pursuit. I can tell she wanna change in mood, so I grab her by the hand and I take her to my room. Good God, now she sees my bed, you know she hops up right on it. But I just wanna show her my second board game closet. Come on, no time for kissing, got no time for fornication. The only one who's naked is that guy from Operation. Nothing wrong with you, girl, you're looking good, honey. But how am I supposed to focus when my hippos are so hungry? She said, come on, Phil, can't you see I'm feeling naughty? Take it somewhere else, cause this is a board game party. Come on. A board game party. I'm a virgin. Back to you, Brandon.
Me too, buddy. We'll be right back. It's your right as an American to have freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the freedom to choose.
So this Sunday, make a choice to come to the first in-person gathering since the quarantine hit, the Kansas City Easter Extravaganza, featuring shared wine, wafers handed to you by a clergyman, open containers of holy water you can stick your hands into, and for the first 100 guests, an Easter-themed Don't Tread on Me flag. See, it's a rabbit, not a snake. It's the Kansas City Easter Extravaganza, happening live this Sunday, in person, in Kansas.
Say, why don't we go check out what the surveillance team is up to? Hey there, Kevin.
Hiya, Rogers.
What's the death count up to now? Are we on the verge of step 2?
Yes, sir. It seems like Mount St. Helens is showing some unusual activity. Your estimations were correct.
Oh no, that's terrible news. But at least we're prepared. Looks like things aren't getting any better out there, folks. You may feel a little upset or a little confused about the things that are happening. But that's okay. Everybody deserves a chance to feel a little upset sometimes. You'll get through it, especially if you have friends. I've met a friend who can help me through these hard times. Would you like to meet him? My Dark Lord loves his friends. He tells us things. The oceans will rise, continents will burn, the plague will return, and mountains will crumble. The apocalypse is a process, my friends, and Armageddon will be here. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for tuning in, neighbor. And remember, you always have a friend in me.
Folks, that's about all the time we have this week for Kickin' It, but first, the second installment of the Music Mash. 2 weeks ago, we asked you for suggestions on social media. We chose a couple and gave them to our improvisers, who then created their own verses through improv before we mashed them all together. This week's suggestion of quarantine fashion comes from friend of the show, Nan Turner. So please, welcome the KC Improv Company with the Music Mash.
KC Improv, we the kickiest.
Hold up inside, and what do you know? You're wearing the same thing from 3 days ago. Hoodie and sweatpants and constant bedhead. And when you last showered is better left unsaid. Working from home is gonna be for a while, so let's talk about your on-camera style. Zoom, Teams, and Skype, all the programs you've got 'em. So is business on top and jammies on bottom.
Quarantine fashion. Let's bake some bread. Wait, no, I have to put on my pants. Quarantine fashion. I know we've got Zoom meetings, but let's give new Dism a chance. Look at the birds right out the window. They don't wear clothes yet, but I still have to though. Quarantine fashion. No pants, Shirt,
pants,
hat,
pants,
shoes.
pants.
What?
Your suit is hazmat, don't be an asshat. Make it fashion, Tyra Banks on that. Don't want no scrubs, but I got mine. Flatten your curves with an eyeline. Approved by Versace and Dr. Anthony Fauci. Hazard dashery just in quarantine. Same leisure wear since Sunday. This ensemble ain't on the runway. Tom Ford gave a stay-at-home order, said you'll have to get it Pret-a-Porter. Chanel, Purell, and my respirator y'all. Got laid off and paid off by the non-essential store. Staying inside, DKNY. Gonna party like it's COVID 1999.
Let's bake some bread. Wait, no, I have to put on my pants. Quarantine fashion. I know we've got Zoom meetings, but let's give nudism a chance. Look at the birds right out the window. They don't wear clothes yet, but I still have to though. Quarantine fashion. No pants,
Shirt,
pants,
hat,
pants, pants,
shoes.
pants. What?
My true beauty has never been clearer. Because now the only competition I have is staring back through the mirror. Locked down, wearing Crocs now. Comfort's the name of the game. When I can come out of this sweatpants cocoon, I'll try to relinquish my shame. Sweatpants cocoon, sweatpants cocoon. Chanel, Purell, Chanel, Purell, Chanel, Purell.
Everybody looks so good in quarantine. Creative looks, hoodie, sweats, and PPE. For me, I just hope that my dead grandma don't mind that I'm just putting my naked butt all over her old couch all the time.
Thank you to the Springer King, Jack Domestic, to Phil Morris, to Apocalypse Rogers, the KC Improv Company, and all of those wonderful legislators in Kansas who are letting us all meet this weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.